I've only been here for like 2 months. So, what's the biggest issues with Broward County? I mean, is it the economy? I mean, is it immigration? I mean, really, what? I mean, what is it?
Well, there's that.
What is it, Margaret?
Too many to mention.
I mean,
well,
if you had to hit the top three,
if I had to guess, and I say this because I've spoken with pretty much every House member in Florida, all 120 of us. Everybody's number one was the economy. The economy, the economy, the economy. Everybody wanted to talk about jobs, everybody wanted to talk about taxes, and so the whole gamut of economic conditions really was the main focus, I think, for everybody in the House, especially the Republicans. So, you know, you had the Democrats, every time we would discuss a bill that wasn't directly linked to the economy, trying to raise holy hell because they said, why are you guys focusing on this? You should be focusing on the economy. Well, just because every single piece of legislation wasn't focused on the economy didn't mean we lost our focus. I mean, there are other policy issues that are important. For me personally, obviously life issues are very important. So, you know, every time we discuss an abortion bill, they would raise objections about why is it we're not focusing on the economy. But I would say by far the economy is important. But I'd love to hear from you all as to what you perceive as the issues. I mean, I heard back there corrupt politicians. Indeed, Broward has been plagued of late. Quite a few corrupt politicians. It's pretty interesting when you hear more about corrupt politicians in Broward than you do in Dade. I don't know, that's a good distinction, but nonetheless. I actually worked with some folks on the education committee to try to get some language in the budget to implement some sort of a review board on the Broward County School Board. At the end of the day, it didn't work out because it was a budget bill, and they didn't want to attach any policy discussions to it. But it's something that I believe is troubling, and it really, every time you hear about one politician having any issue, any ethics issue, it really just continues to fuel the voter apathy that exists. I mean, it is, in my mind, amazing that you have the most precious right that many people in this country, in the world do not have, the right to vote, and they ignore that precious right. And so you've got people that don't have the opportunity to exercise their right to vote, that would do anything to exercise their right to vote, and yet here we are. They make it easy. We've got early voting, we've got absentee ballot, we've got any number of ways that you can vote, and yet we have consistent turnout in the teens. I mean, how is that possible? How is that possible? How do we allow that to happen as a nation, as a state, I mean, as a community? It really just boggles my mind. So, but then again, you see every time a corrupt politician, that just adds to that voter apathy and that voter disgust, which is really what I think we have. Yes, Mr.
Thank you, Representative Nunez. First, she has survived her greenieism. She survived her first session. Unfortunately, I was under the understanding that she was a freshman that only passed one bill. Legislative staff sometimes don't always keep other people up to date, but she, as a freshman, passed 2 bills. So first, congrats on that.
Thank you.
What is your first, or what are your first couple of priorities for the upcoming session?
Good question. Thank you. Yes, I did pass 2 bills, which is no easy task when you consider all the obstacles that are put in your way. Actually, I passed 3. If we want to be exact, I passed 3. I passed 2 that came out both from the House and the Senate, and then I passed them out of the House that unfortunately the Senate didn't take up because they ran out of time. And that 3rd bill was my most important priority, and I've already refiled it. And it's a bill that would exempt low-income seniors from any increases in property taxes. This is an issue very important to me. I have a lot of seniors in my district, a lot of low-income seniors that live on fixed income. And even modest increases in property taxes for the average citizen, forget about low-income seniors, is a struggle day in and day out. And so I felt very strongly that we needed to do something for our low-income seniors. Yes, they have the double homestead and they have the ability to take advantage of that. But I thought that they really needed an opportunity to live, if they live on a fixed income, to have a fixed expense when it comes to property taxes. And obviously if taxes go down, they will go down commensurately with the decrease. But that bill, like I said, passed out of the House unanimously, and the Senate ran out of time, but I've already refiled it, and I'm hoping that next session we'll get it done. It's a constitutional amendment, therefore it would need to go before the voters, and it would require a 60% approval statewide. And so we're hopeful that we'll get it done next session. But yes, anything that could help us keep taxes low, again, particularly for our low-income seniors, is a priority for me. We're going to be looking at some economic development proposals. Enterprise Florida, and many of you may know about it, is a public-private partnership that really is meant to be the arm that creates jobs, that retains jobs here, and the governor has restructured a lot of that and has done some good things with new leadership. So I'm going to be working on some economic development proposals